Nah, this ain't nonsense, this is nonfiction. So excuse if the content is offensive, it's official. Now that we have been acquainted, this is my pleasure, my pain, your entertainment.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Nonpfixion, and I'm here just getting out the movie theater. Just got back into the apartment. Like I told you guys, I live very close to a movie theater, so it's too dark to do something outside. So I decided, let me get back to the apartment and get situated to give you my official review of Spider-Man: No Way Home. Let me start by saying, wow, they really, really delivered. This movie is the best Spider-Man. First feelings out the gate. This was a great story. It's one of those stories that we've kind of been looking for and kind of been wanting. We've enjoyed Tom. We've enjoyed him as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. We enjoyed the story. We enjoyed Zendaya. We enjoyed Babylon. We've enjoyed them. We enjoyed the relationships. This single movie is probably the best Spider-Man movie you're ever going to see. I'm not saying that in being facetious. I'm saying that because it hits almost pretty much every single tone that you're looking for. To the people who have complained about the relationships between Tom and MJ and Ned and how it's too kiddie, well, it plays perfect in this film. It also ties together really well towards the end. Things make sense. You're going to love Zendaya. You're going to love Zendaya. Because a lot of people out there don't like MJ, but you're going to love Zendaya by the end of this movie. You're going to love Ned too, but you're going to love Zendaya. The relationships that they have, that they've built over the last two movies, now in culmination with this movie, you are going to really enjoy this film. If you're just going there to enjoy a good movie and you've already kind of thrown yourself into the world of the MCU, into the Spideyverse MCU, and you already like it, you're gonna have a field day. And this movie is gonna have you crying. It's gonna have you laughing. It's gonna have you crying again. Like it really. I don't even know how to tell you guys. Like when they put this movie together and they wrote the script. I don't even think they knew they had one of the best Spider-Man scripts we've ever seen to date. Including Tom. Including Garfield's story. This one. Like, if you wasn't a big fan of the first two because there's too much high school, this one right here is the one you've been waiting for. It's everything you thought and more. Things that you weren't sure were going to happen, they happened. And let me tell you this. The freaking trailers, they got us. Like, don't even worry. You didn't see the movie. Trust me. You know how with Shang-Chi, when we went into Shang-Chi after all those trailers, you thought they told the whole story, and you still was like, damn, we still got a lot of story. There was this thing right here, this right here. We got a lot of story. And please, whatever you do, I don't care if you're people that don't watch the movies, that like to get up as soon as the movie's over, stay. Not even for the first end credit. The second end credit is wow. It's wow. I'm looking at you so you can understand. Like the second end credit. The first one's cool, but the second one. That second one had the theater go bananas. Like I told you guys when we watched Infinity War and we watched, some of the first Spider-Man, that I hadn't been in the theater in Texas. In Cali, yeah, I've been in theaters where they kind of went crazy for the first Spider-Man, second ones, but hadn't had that experience here. Today, on this movie, that theater went bananas. I mean, on multiple occasions. Like I'm not spoiling anything. A scene would happen, something would happen, or somebody would say something that kind of nods to something else, and it's an Easter egg for something else, and the crowd, people start like talking and saying stuff out loud, and then something happens that's amazing, people erupt, then something happens, you feel like you want to, break down and cry. That theater was electric, and that's not even a pun because we got electro. It's not a pun. It's a good movie, man. When I've had the discussion with people about who's the better Spider-Man. I've had my reasons for saying it. I still feel that Tom. I still feel that this Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man because we finally get to see him. The young man. We actually see him in high school, and he is a high school student kind of when he starts. We see that development. We see him feeling inferior around the Avengers. We see him losing things. We see him going through this loss. Not to say that Garfield and Tobey didn't go through loss, but it was different. To me, Tobey always felt like a great Peter Parker, but not a great Spider-Man. And then Garfield always felt like a great, amazing Spider-Man. Like he was a good, amazing Spider-Man. And the swinging in his movie, by far, probably the best. But I wasn't a big fan of him as Peter because he's just so cool. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I still want you guys to understand this movie. If you get anything from what I'm saying, besides me rambling, you're going to enjoy this film. The beginning starts off a little slow, but they're trying to tell a story and they have to start out that way to get to where they got to get to. And so just go along with the ride, go in with an open mind, and just enjoy this movie. This movie, first time at theater, first time seeing it, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 9.5. Because we got some things that we really wanted in this film, and it wasn't like fan service. It was like, okay, if you're a Spider-Man fan, this is a Spider-Man movie written for Spider-Man fans. If you're not a Spider-Man fan, you might enjoy it, but you're not going to be like how a lot of people in that theater was today. This is like a love letter to Spider-Man. It's really good. It's really good. And like I said, don't let nobody pull you out that theater until you see that second end scene. And when you see it, come back here. Come back here and tell me how did it make you feel. What did you think when you saw it? Did your theater erupt like mine did? Man, this movie was really good. I can't see how it doesn't top all the other Spider-Mans. Like all the other Spider-Man movies. I know it doesn't. I feel sorry for the people who are not going to be able to see this movie until January. I truly do, because it's going to be ruined for them. Because this movie deserves to be seen on the big screen. It deserves to be seen on the big screen. So, like I said, no spoilers. It's just my honest thoughts and feelings. Like I did my first video. If you guys saw it when I did a video before I went to the theater, I believe it was July 11th, 2017, was the reason why I started this channel. This is the reason why I want to continue this channel. This movie right here. So Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Spider-Man. Thank you, Kevin Feige. Thank you, Sony. Sony for doing the deal. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who participated in helping to make this version of Spider-Man. Because this movie right here was really good. Like I said, from beginning to end, you get your great moments, you get your sad moments, like some really tear-jerking moments, man. And then you get some really like, wow, this was really good. This is really good. It's just one of them movies. It's one of those movies. I hope you guys, whenever you see my reviews, that's like really just me rambling on because I'd be so excited. But like I said, from top to bottom, you get a good movie, a good story. That's the most important part. They tell a great story. And everything that's involved works. Every character gets their moment. And it makes sense. And it works. It works. Like, it really works. Like, this is really a comic book. It's like you turn the page and this character is saying this and doing this, and it's leading to this, and you hear this, you see the little bubbles in the background, and it's going to bring something else, and it did turn the page again, and then boom. This was a very good comic book movie, and it's truly a coming of age, like a really coming of age movie for Peter Parker. Like, this is the one. And things make sense. Like, the things that we thought about the trailers, how we felt about certain characters, like, hey, that was weird, that was iffy, why are they doing that? You understand it now. You understand why things are the way they are. Some things are really shocking. Like, you're just like, wow, okay, I didn't expect that to be there. I expect, this to happen. I expect, whatever. But, and I'll say this. This is a damn good movie. All right, you guys. I appreciate you. I freaking love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this family. This movie is awesome. It really is. So, don't forget, if you made it to this point in the movie, leave a yellow heart in the chat. Let me see where I can put my hand over. There you go. A yellow heart in the chat. That's my favorite color. Spread love, not hate, you guys. Thank you once again for supporting the channel. Thank you for everything. This year has been crazy, but on this channel, the last 6 months have been just a roller coaster. And without you guys, none of it would have been possible. Like, absolutely none of it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you all. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, then like the video. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And this is amazing. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Peace. Man.